up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This week we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to do a couple things actually, so stick with me. So right now I am driving to work because although it is my day off, I am going to meet a California Fish and Wildlife officer to get them a turtle that was confiscated by myself at the shop last week. Long story short, a customer came in with a western pond turtle that they didn't know what it was. They had it in their family for 6 years since it was given to them as a gift as a hatchling, and they thought it was like a little snapping turtle. Obviously, there are no snapping turtles in California. They have no idea what they had, basically, and yeah, they brought it in to get ID'd and, you know, make sure they were taking care of it properly. But unfortunately, they brought it in and I had to give them the bad news that I wasn't going to be able to let them take this western pond turtle home with them. So western pond turtles are the only native freshwater species of turtle here in California, and they range all the way up north to like Puget Sound into Oregon and down into, like, you know, Southern California, Baja area. So they have a huge range on the west coast, but their numbers are dwindling dramatically for a number of reasons. The top being habitat destruction for human development. California's got a lot of people, so they're constantly building. A lot of the waterways and streams are being depleted, rerouted, etc. And then you have a very significant problem of the introduced invasive red ear sliders that are literally in every body of water in this state, man-made or natural. So competition for resources is scarce at best. So they're in a tough spot, and they're actually last year there were some petitions being filed to have their status change from species of great concern to an endangered status. So with that would come even more protection, but anyway, that's a long-winded battle. That's honestly none of my business, but I'm happy to help get this turtle the care it needs. It had been living in a really dirty tank with no filter, no ledge for it to climb out and dry dock, none of that, no proper lighting. I saw video footage of it on the woman's phone. It was disgusting, and turns out the owner had been feeding it hot dogs for 3 years. So all things considered, he looks pretty good. Cleaned him up, got him in a nice pond that's filtered, gave him an area to haul out, proper UV lighting, and actual turtle food, which he surprisingly ate up, as if he'd been doing it forever. So he must have been hungry, but he's in great shape. His beak, his toes, his nails, his shell, everything looks good. So I'm gonna go over there a little bit early ahead of meeting this wildlife officer so I can show you this guy, and then she's gonna take him and get him either into a facility where they care for these you know, confiscated turtles, or they'll release them into the wild. That's up to them. And then after that, I'm gonna take y'all with me to see a little bit of Lucas Lee's presentation at the NorCal Herp Society. He's talking about black-headed pythons and womas and their ecology, and so we're gonna stop in there and get you some clips of that. Say hi to Lucas, because he rarely pops over to this side of the Bay Area sort of area, and yeah, it'll be nice to see him. So I'm gonna get you guys a quick little view and say hi to Lucas, and yeah, so I'm gonna put the camera down and we'll be picking it up and introducing you to this awesome turtle. All right, everyone, so this is Hot Dog. That's the name I've been calling him by, because as I told you earlier, he was being fed nothing but hot dogs. And yeah, here he is actually enjoying the other part of turtle's life, which is the land part. Believe it or not, they do need to come out on land. It's good for them to shed their scoots, dry dock, all that good stuff, healthy for their skin. So just temporarily set up. He's getting picked up today. He's been eating good, living in clean water, appropriate climate, and he's been very well cared for. If you ever see these guys in the wild, technically you're not allowed to touch them, pick them up, anything like that. Look at that handsome face. The males lose a lot of the speckling that they have in their forearms there, so he's got that beautiful gold and white male coloration, long nails as males tend to have, and the quintessential long tail there. Of course, he's got a nice curved or concave plastron, and as I said earlier, given he wasn't in the best of shape and best housing, he looks pretty darn good. So, this is Hot Dog. Today, Hot Dog is getting picked up, and we'll take the next step on his journey to a better life. So now that I've properly educated you guys on the federally protected and critically, well, should be critically endangered, but species of great concern, California's only freshwater species of turtle, western pond turtle. Now I'm going to shift gears. We're going to go check out Lucas's presentation. Hope you guys enjoy that. It was a lot of fun. I obviously didn't film everything, but got you some fun clips, so hope you enjoy that.
Thermal insulating cover in the Australian outback. During Dr. Brutton's radio tracking studies, they put data loggers in a whole host of different cover types in the Brigalow belt, and underground burrows were the only site that stays a lay hatch, which is going to occur approximately 2 to 3 months after they are laid. During that very same radio tracking study, which I'm going to reference again because it's the only one of its kind, Dr. Brutton was able to observe 2 rabid Loma pythons in the wild and followed the progress of their clutches. The burrows that they laid in were roughly 1 meter deep, and the brooding mothers periodically left the burrow to bask in the sunlight and returned to transfer the heat to the eggs on the ground. About 1 week from its anticipated hatch date, that is mom that was whole with eggs in its very sad ending. When this female abandoned her clutch, resident goannas, monitor lizards, were observed entering the burrow and feeding upon eggs. Look very similar to one another, but the black-headed pythons have a black head. They are a medium to large-sized terrestrial and fossorial python. Astidites melanocephalus, they are most easily distinguished from the Loma pythons by that iconic glossy black hood. Otherwise, they do also feature a reddish to yellowish brown to white base body coloration, and they feature 70 to 110 dark bands down the length of their body. Black-headed pythons from the western portions of their range in Australia are thought to have more pale white background coloration to our knowledge, so that is very impressive. Australia is big, there's a lot of red. That is also unclear. Some people think yes, some people think no. However, we do know that it's possible. I've seen hybrids locally.
Sorry.
Further research needed, as with many things. Black-headed pythons inhabit and thrive in a multitude of different habitats. Wooded savanna, open forests, rainforest more top. Some authors have documented the black-headed python eating small mammals and birds. However, there's...
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm actually bombarding you both right now. Thanks for coming out. That's all you get of Lucas. The rest you gotta pay for.